explore the open minor pentatonic scale. And pay attention to that word open because it does mean something. So let's move into this and see if we can get through it quickly and add it to your little bag of tricks, because I think it's an important one, especially if you like playing the blues. Right? It comes in handy. Most of that was the open minor E pentatonic scale. And open is an important word because it means we're going to be playing the notes against open strings. It makes it really easy to do a lot of hammer-ons. Not necessary. You can still play with your pick and pick it in, but you can also use it as a hammer-on. So it's nice, but it's open. So it goes against open strings. So it starts out with an open E because it's an E minor pentatonic scale. So you have the open E there. And then you go to the 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. And you notice my thumb is picking the first 3 strings that we're working on, string 6, 5, and 4. Okay, so open. You're going to go to the G or to the 3rd fret. Then you go over to the 5th string, play it open. It's an open pentatonic scale. So you got an open string. And so you play that A, then go to the B or the 2nd fret, like that. And my dog's deciding to bark again. I always wait until I do this. I don't understand it. But it seems like she stopped, so I'm not going to cut it here and go find out what's going on. Okay, here we go. So let's back up. We start with open E, 3rd fret. Go to the A string or the 5th string, open, 2nd fret. Okay, then go to the 4th string, open, and then 2nd fret. And then you're going to switch over to picking with your fingers here. Go to the 3rd string, open, right, 2nd fret. And then you go to the 2nd string, open, 3rd fret, and then open, and then 3rd fret. So it's 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret, open, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, open, 3rd fret, open, okay? So practice that, get it down, and you know, say out loud, I'm going to play these open strings so that you can remember you're playing the open minor pentatonic scale. And it comes in handy when playing those blues. It just fits right in. But practicing is important, and it's a good idea to teach your thumb to play strings 6, 5, and 4. And then pick those fingers up over there. Right? Okay? So that's a good exercise for your right hand, as well as you're learning playing that minor pentatonic scale in the open position so that you can play against those strings. And why is that good? Well, because there's a lot of things you can do with it, like hammer-ons. It comes in really handy, and it speeds you up a bit. And so it's kind of nice. I mean, obviously those particular notes can be played right here. But you're no longer in the open position. You're just playing it, starting off here on the A. So it'll be the A minor pentatonic scale, but it's just not open because you have to fret. you have to fret that string that you would play open, that note that you would play open here. Okay, does that make sense? All right. So we're gonna stay with the E, and we're gonna stay in the open position, and let's just talk a little bit about this. Now, first of all, let's recognize, see, we're in E, where the E notes are. Okay, because we want to play the E minor pentatonic scale. Where are these E notes? Well, we know right off. We've got one here. We have one here. And then we also have one here. Okay, on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Okay, so there's 3 of them. So that's good to know. Right there, you can just playing those 3 notes, you can hear that bluesiness. And then if you reach down here and start picking some of it, it brings a beautiful sound. Now, also pay attention to the fact that if this is an E and this is an E, if this is an E here, we'll talk about the 1st string. When you're tuning your guitar, remember you come up here and you pick this? So that's an E as well, right? The 5th fret. I mean, the pentatonic scale starts here. But it just means instead of doing this, you could do this and slide back. So there we have it. There's part of the pentatonic there, and there's that E, but you're playing it here too, so that you can slide down to it. Okay, so it's just something to pay attention to, because did you see what I just did? I went up to that E instead of doing that, I did this. It just gives it a different sound. But you could do this. To me, it's okay, but this sounds better. And then once you're here, you got this little boxiness you can add in there, right? 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret. Okay, so that's something to pay attention to. I think the other thing that's kind of neat too is this B right here, right, can be played here, right? So you're here. So it's kind of the same thing. You can come up here, or you could just play open, or you can slide up and pick it up there. Instead of playing the open string on the 2nd string, slide up to it on your 3rd string at the 4th fret, right? Because when you're tuning, that's the same. That's how you tune your guitar. And then here it's, right? So any place where you have duplicate notes, because it's open, you can come up here and grab that. Does that make sense? Because obviously it's, instead of playing the open, just slide up. Any of those will work. And so when you're playing, did you get that? So be thinking about it. Think about the fact that this is going to be the same as that open right there. So you can slide up to it and get that sound. of this. Right? So when you're tuning your guitar, we all know that this G string here, you go to the 4th instead of the 5th, right? You have to back up 1 fret to match the open string that you're trying to tune. So when you're playing with the pentatonic scale, you got that note there. But what's also nice about it is if you come over here and you just stay in the same fret, just straddle the 2nd string, then you can just back it up. Okay, does that make sense? So I thought I'd just show you a little bit of that, but pay attention to the open pentatonic scale and think about it. Just, kind of explore it a little bit and think about where the duplicate notes are. Think about where are the root notes. And once you do that and you start thinking about, well, if part 1 on the pentatonic scale, if this is open, well, then I can come up here and grab this one too. And it slides down to it. So play around with that, and I hope you have some fun with it. And it's good to learn the open pentatonic scales because when you do that, I think it adds a lot to your playing. And I also think it's an easy place to start. Well, maybe I'll just throw in one more thing here. As we're thinking about the fact that this is an E, and we got an E here and an E here, right? So there's all the E. Well, remember I told you about the C, and when you move it up to D, you can move that shape up to D, and under your 3rd finger and your 1st finger, you're playing D notes. So if you move up 2 more, you're playing E note. Now there you go. That's kind of neat to know too. Right? Or you can play the full C shape and 7th it. So now instead of playing the E 7th here, you're playing it here. Okay, so there's another place to throw in those E's. All right. Okay, well, have some fun with that. I hope I didn't get you all confused. And don't forget, our Zoom call is coming up for the members on the 28th. I'll put the information there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great day or night out there wherever you are in this world.